Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So I came across some interesting clips on TikTok that I just had to bring to you guys. These are videos of Latinas for Trump now calling for black folks to come together with them because of what is happening in LA. Now I'm going to be honest with you, this wouldn't have been a problem or an issue if these the same people hadn't voted the way they did in the first place. Let's not forget that they played a part in shaping the very situation they are now suddenly uncomfortable with. You see, it really doesn't look good when you try to humble yourself only because you now need something from the very people you spent years providing you don't actually like or respect. It's not sitting right, and I know a lot of you feel the same. So I gathered some of these clips for you guys to watch for yourselves. Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm going to come back at the end of this video to give my own 2 cents. Let's watch this.
The tension between the Black and Latino community needs to stop, and we need to be the generation to stop it. Anti-Blackness exists in our community. We know this. Anti-Blackness also exists within the Black community itself. All communities of color struggle with this. And the reason why is what we all have in common. We were all colonized and trained to have a mindset of you versus me for survival. But that ends with us. We need to lead with unity and not division. We have to be the change we want to see. We have to stop pointing the finger in both communities and make the decision that we are going to choose to be united versus divided. I'm not going to pretend like I have all the answers, but here are examples of how you can show up differently and be the change you want to see. Number 1, share stories of solidarity. Share stories of love. Share stories of when you have experienced the Black or Latino community showing up in your spaces. We need to shift the narrative. Number 2, if your reality is division between the Black and Latino community and your goal is unity, then it is up to you to seek out examples of when the Latino and Black communities show up for one another, where they show love, where there is actual solidarity, because guess what? It exists. And if you need a place to start with me. I am happy to be a part of your network of Latinos who have nothing but love for our Black sisters and brothers. Number 3, ask your neighbors how you can be helpful. You need to lead with your heart in this moment. That is the only way that we are going to experience an actual shift. We have to show up as human beings. We have to show up vulnerable. We have to show up as the change that we want to see. Lastly, ask others to join you. Let's actually start in the comments. Share your stories of solidarity and love. If members of the Latino and Black community have a hard time seeing it, let's show them how it's actually done. I stand with my Black brothers and sisters, and I also stand with my Latino familia. But the change, it starts with us. I love you.
I am so sick of scrolling online and watching Black Americans sit there and advise their people not to support the immigration movement that's going on across the entire United States. What have they done for us? They never supported our protests. Yes, they have. Go watch some old footage. You're going to see people in different shades, different colors, even sizes. It's a beautiful thing. And now I'm not simply going after Black Americans because I'm watching Hispanics, Latinos with legal status that simply just betrayed their people, saying, we don't support this. You know what's crazy? Back in those days, Black Americans weren't the only ones that were fighting for civil rights, for equality. You had the Puerto Ricans, you had the Chicanos, you had Black Americans. And the beautiful thing is that even back in those days, there was unity going on behind closed doors. You had the Chicano movement, the Brown Berets, you had the Puerto Ricans, the Young Lords, you had the Black Panthers, all united. And guess what? Back in those days, you had people like this spreading that same harmful rhetoric. Oh, we shouldn't unite with the Puerto Ricans. Oh, we shouldn't unite with the Chicanos. Yeah, even back in those days, it was happening. If that wasn't the case, those movements would have been a lot larger. But guess what? There was a small group of people that saw the vision, and every time they united, they were successful. And unfortunately, back in those days, it was eventually broken apart when one of the leaders ended up passing away, or they were hit with RICO charges, and eventually they just dispersed. A lot of people don't know this, but back in the day, during Martin Luther King, He understood the vision. He understood and he motivated the Puerto Ricans to form and fight for their civil rights and equality, and the Chicanos. And they did. They formed their stuff. And guess what? I love this quote, and it says a whole lot. It says, "We cannot walk alone. We will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." Martin Luther King. Guess what? These are your neighbors, your friends, and even family. And that type of abandonment is loud. I think all of us felt that type of abandonment throughout our lives at a smaller scale, from friends, betrayal, and so on. You wanted someone to speak up for you, and they didn't. Why would you expect civil rights, equality for your people, but not for everyone else? Doesn't make much sense, does it? See, now we're going backwards. But what they don't want us to do is unite. Because all them streets that you see right now in Los Angeles, New York, and so on, guess what? If we come together, they will be even more full. Every square footage of them streets will be completely covered. And they don't want that. I hate that Hispanic Latinos go against their interests. I call them out all the time, especially with what Donald Trump is doing. And even Black Americans. You know that Donald Trump was actually at a military event, and he goes on to say that he's renaming military bases to Confederate generals' names. Do you know what the Confederacy represents? It represents them preserving slavery back in those days. I'm sick and tired of y'all going against your own interests. The people that are speaking and passing on this harmful rhetoric for even the younger people, guess what? Y'all are not even any better than the white supremacy. Who needs the white supremacy when they have you doing the work for them? With that being said, I'm going to leave y'all with that. Like this video, comment, be respectful, and as always, follow me.
Get him, Puffy Line.
I saw a video of a Hispanic man today saying that we don't need the support from Black people because we got each other. We got Mexicans, Hondurans, Salvadorans, Nicaraguenses. He basically mentioned all Central America and said, we don't need you guys. If you guys can't support each other, how is it that we need your support? Or how is it that we're going to even get your support? Anybody who saw that video, I watched the whole thing. Anybody who saw that video that's Black, I'm sorry. I'm wholeheartedly sorry. We don't all think like that. My heart has been filled with so much joy seeing the support from the Black community. Because we're finally coming to realize that we are so much alike, that we need each other, that we need to support each other. That rhetoric that we should hate each other, now more than ever, we should see how alike we are and how we need each other and how we can succeed when we unite. So I'm sorry, and just know that we don't all think that.
Okay, so let's talk about this, and let's try and be honest. Okay, let's try to make something very clear. It's not that Black people don't want to unite with other groups, including the Hispanic community. It's not that at all. Unity is something Black folks have always stood for, something we've always been open to when it's genuine, when it's mutual, when it's rooted in respect and not convenience. But the problem here is that the real problem is the betrayal. And I'm talking about what happened on November 4th or 5th, I've forgotten, when so many in the Hispanic community, especially those who now call themselves Latinas for Trump, made a conscious choice at the polls. They voted in the ways that directly worked against Black folks' interest, against progress, against the very thing that they now claim to want Black people's help with. So when I see these people now, after the dust has settled, after consequences are showing up at their own doorstep, suddenly turning to Black folks and saying, let's come together, let's unite, it just doesn't right or feel right. You know, it feels forced. It feels like Black folks are only needed or called to the table because the fire is now at their doorstep. And let's be honest, this cycle is getting tiring, exhausting. Actually, year after year, election after election, protest after protest, Black people are always expected to put on the cape. They're always called to set up, to fight, to sacrifice, to save the day for everybody else. Even when those same people never show up for Black folks. I'm not saying all of you, I'm saying some of you, but most of you. But here's the thing no one wants to say out loud. You guys are asking the wrong people for help. You are directing the energy at the wrong crowd. Why is all this pressure always put on Black American? Why is it always their responsibility to help fix what other groups broke or ignored when they had the power to prevent it? White Americans still make up the majority in the US, not black people. They are the ones who hold the real sway, the real numbers, the real political muscle. Maybe that's where this energy, this demand for support, this come together message should be going, not to black folks, not when the scars from the November betrayal are still fresh, not when trust is still broken. And that's just my 2 cents, yeah, because this is getting tiring. That's my honest tired and filtered thought, because frankly, I'm getting worn out from seeing this same story play out again and again. But anyway, that's just me. And I want to hear what you guys think about this. Please go ahead, drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did these clips surprise you? Do you think it's a call for unity? Is it genuine or convenient? Should black folks even respond to this? Please let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you and I'll see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful. But before I go, please subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you guys will be notified. Thank you for watching.